Tony Tone Show, Vintage Sound 93.1 FM. You probably have seen Star Wars The Force Awakens, a huge movie that made $1 billion. Maybe you watched the TV show Heroes. Okay, stay with me. One of the guys who's been in Heroes and Star Wars The Force Awakens, amongst other things, is actor and now writer Greg Grunberg. He's on the MPW Digital TV Celebrity Hotline. He's got a new book. He's got a TV show with Kevin Smith. Let's say hey to Greg right there. What's up, man?
What's up, Tony? How are you?
Good. Welcome to the great state of Iowa.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Congrats on the book, Dream Jumper. So obviously they sent me a bunch of info on it, and I was looking at it, and I feel like even though it's recommended for those 8 to 12, could I read this to my 4-year-old? Would that be cool?
Absolutely. That's the thing that is so tough with this, and it's a whole new world for me as an actor and writer and producer to get into the books, because I'm getting people, look, if you're reading it to your child, you're going to read it the way, and it's a graphic novel, so there's, it's kind of like the way, there's a 5-year-old who described it to me, and they said it was almost like the characters are talking to me, which is really interesting, because it's almost storyboarded like a movie, graphic novels, and my partner Lucas Turnblom did such a beautiful job, so the images, it's really beautiful. It gets a little dark, but if you're describing it, like this is the bad guy and he did it's not going to be terrible at all. And it's so far everybody's had a blast with it. They label it, 8 and up, 7 and up, sure. But it's kind of an all ages graphic novel for sure.
I love that description because there's been a lot of books that I've read, novels, whatever, and I like something when I can read it, Greg, and I can visualize how it looks. And obviously with this Dream Jumper being a graphic novel, you've kind of done the work for us. And then what's got to be super cool and a compliment to you and Lucas is the fact that Paramount has picked up the rights to make it into a movie, right?
Yeah, that is just absolutely ridiculous that happened. I'm so lucky and thrilled. It always felt like a film. That's my first idea was my son. What really happened was my son had a terrible dream, and he woke up and I was putting him back to sleep, and I said, "Tell me about the dream." And he goes, "Well, it wasn't actually my dream. It was like I was in somebody else's, like in a friend's dream, and I was helping them through their nightmare. I was like a superhero helping somebody." And I was like, "What?" So I thought, how cool was that? And then I shared this with my wife. I shared it with friends, and I said, this could be a great film. And my really good friend, J.J. Abrams, we grew up together, and he's obviously an amazing filmmaker. Mm-hmm. He said, this is a graphic novel because this could be a great series of books and then eventually maybe made into a movie. And so I partnered with Lucas. I met him at Comic-Con, and we started writing. And Scholastic, who is like my dream publisher for a book because of the Scholastic book fairs and the schools and everything,
sure.
They picked it up, and it's been amazing so far. And then Paramount saw the vision that we have, which is that it could really be like sort of a Harry Potter kind of film franchise because, the world of sleep and dreams is so unknown, and it's scary the unknown of any kind is scary. There's a lot of wish fulfillment. We're flying, we're doing things we normally couldn't do. We can be superheroes in our dreams. We can achieve anything. But along with that can come some really, why is this boy Ben chosen to be a dream jumper? Is he the only dream jumper? How does he jump in and out of his dreams? Can he get stuck in his dreams?
Right.
There's all these things we bring up, and we're already finished with book 2, and that's going to come out in August. So we're, next August, I guess.
Sure.
But we're really, really excited at how this has been going, and the response has been great.
I love it. I think it's great. And then I could see this, Greg, having a series of movies, and then maybe Dream Jumper can battle Freddy Krueger, right? I mean, that would be
exactly.
That would be the next line.
That's awesome,
right? I mean, I've interviewed Robert Englund, and I feel like he'll probably still be playing Freddy at that point. And
exactly.
If there was,
why can't Ben, my character, be some big, dark-haired guy from Heroes? I mean, there's no reason why I can't play this kid at some point.
No, it's totally true. It's 100% right. I love it. We got to talk about Geeking Out because Let me just put it to you this way. So Comic-Con this past weekend, I think I've watched the Justice League sizzle reel, whatever, like 67 times.
Yeah.
I love Kevin Smith. I've been a fan of yours for a while. So you team up with Kevin Smith for Geeking Out. Now you've done a lot of cool stuff, but this seems like it's got to be just an absolute blast, right?
Oh, it's amazing. First of all, you're a fan of Kevin Smith. For people that don't know Kevin, he's the smartest, funniest dude, and he's off color. He says he speaks his mind, and he will not shut up. He smells like weed, and he will not shut up. And I'm sitting there, and I go toe to toe with him in the best way. I mean, we really have a great rapport with each other, and the chemistry's great. And it's a show where the two of us, with our access, all these people for 30 years I've been working as an actor, and I'm now calling on these friends and people I've worked with to come on the show. People like J.J. Abrams, people like Damon Lindelof. We have Matt Damon. We had Matt Damon on the first episode. We're going to go after Ben Affleck. All of our friends, everybody we've worked with, and it's a far-reaching circle. But we do it. We had Antoine Fuqua, who has Magnificent Seven coming out. These are all people that geek out about different things, and geeking out is just having a huge passion for something, and letting it drive your interests and inspire you. And it's amazing. We're going to have musicians, athletes. Michael Giacchino, who does the music for Star Wars, he did Star Wars. He did Star Trek. Star Wars was John Williams, but he did Star Trek. He did everything. I mean, the guy's done everything. He's won Academy Awards. I went into the studio when he was composing for Star Trek, and he gave us access. Wow. So it's really incredible access with amazing people. And to sit down and Kevin and I asking peer-to-peer questions. So it's so far the response has been great. The pilot or the special, Comic-Con special, did really well. And we're back on August 14th on AMC.
I can't wait. It's 10 o'clock Central for us on AMC, by the way. And it was, and I guess I think I knew that you and JJ were tight. And then obviously watching Force Awakens, at the movie theater, the first thing I said was like, "Oh, there's Greg. That's so cool." Like, so that, man, that is just such. Obviously, it made like $1 billion. It was huge. The next Star Wars is going to be great. But Greg, when you go to do a movie like that, does it have that huge movie feel? Because I don't know JJ. I've loved all the things he's done. Does he shoot big or does he shoot small and then it looks huge?
It's a combination of both. So It is a massive movie. The more people worked on that film than I've ever, the biggest project I've ever worked on by far. And again, I had a small role, but I was there for, many weeks. And JJ has this way of making everyone feel like it's a TV show. It's an episode of a TV show, man. He's so prepared, so funny, so confident. Everybody is allowed to fail, which is the best possible environment. And you're working with Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, these people, Anthony Daniels, these guys are all such pros. And the new cast was amazing, too. So it was like, I was nervous just because of the fact that this is so important to me as a person, this franchise. I grew up with it.
Right.
But then once we got there, I was like, this is awesome. And then, just like you described, it's so funny you say that. Then suddenly you see it on the screen, and you're like, holy cow, this is huge, So it was very comfortable when we were there, but it was not lost on anyone that we were doing this incredible work, or being able to work on such an incredible project, I should say.
If we have 60 seconds or less, Greg Grunberg, Dream Jumper, the book, coming to the movies, Geeking Out, AMC, Sunday, August 14th, 10 o'clock. What else is coming up for you? You have the second Dream Jumper book done. Movie-wise,
we're going to air it a couple more times. I have a Food Network show called Nickel and Dining.
Awesome.
And if you like Triple D, if you like, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, it's exactly the same thing, but me instead of Guy Fieri. And it's great food at great prices. So it's on the Cooking Channel. They're running it on the Cooking Channel and Food Network, and then hopefully Travel Channel too. But it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm a huge fan. Jeff Morrow's kind of a friend, so big.
Awesome.
Big supporters of the Food Network, and man, you just have your hands in everything. I love it, dude.
It's crazy right now, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, listen, we'll follow the journey. I encourage people to follow you on Twitter for more updates, and Dream Jumper available, and of course, Geeking Out again, August 14th. Greg Grunberg, seriously, thank you for the time. Really appreciate it this morning.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you.
Have a good one, all right?
You too, man.
Bye.
Bye-bye.